Do you think later I could go play a CS at your house for like the first time in like a year? Or no, not a year, since winter break.
I don't give a fuck.
What are you gonna do? You're just gonna watch me?
Nice.
And then hop on at halftime when you need to boost my team to
Yeah, when you guys are down 14.
Oh, did we start already?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we don't boost. Sean doesn't play on my account. That never happened.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
We don't. I've never let another player
Of course
play
not.
on my account.
That would never happen.
Never.
Oh, my God.
That's rough.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the Nois Bois show. My name is Trevor,
I'm Austin.
and joining us today is Sean. Welcome, Sean.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. Thanks for joining us. What are you, like, guest number 5, 6? How many have we done? We did
He's still
Connor,
irrelevant either way.
Tom, Trevor, Kane, Luke. So Sean's up next. Sean's our next victim. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get ready.
Like the
Have
Kool-Aid
you
Man.
heard from Trevor, K, Luke, Connor, Tom since we recorded with them? It's because they're dead. We
Man, I
murdered
haven't
them.
seen any of them since summer started. That's bad. Why am I here?
Well,
Hey, you agree to that. The doors are locked from the outside.
what doors? There are doors.
Oh yeah,
Doors.
it's
House
just metal
locks from the
walls.
outside.
Yeah. That's when you know it's a problem.
Yeah, windows we don't have.
Because
those.
that communicates two things. That communicates, one, that you don't care if people break into your house and steal all your stuff, and two, you'd want to keep people in.
So if it's locked from the outside,
Well,
you
then,
probably
then
shouldn't even want
you
to go
shouldn't
in
go
there.
anywhere near that house.
Because then they're just gonna lock it from the outside again. once
if you're close
inside.
enough to see that it's locked from the outside, it's too late.
Dude,
They've already got
okay.
you.
I've had weird dreams that like I have been trapped in my house, like being held hostage by like some stranger, and like no one else is there or something. Like it's just like I don't know, but I have had a similar dream multiple times, and it's just kind of a freaky feeling where I'm just like, I'm gonna die. Like, what is this person gonna do to me? Because it takes place in my house specifically, and like in certain rooms and whatnot. But like none of my family is there. Like I don't know if they're dead.
Maybe they're
or,
conspiring against you.
Maybe.
Or maybe your parents are just out on a date
Dead?
weekend, and your sister's like at someone else's house.
For like days.
I don't know. Or you're being held hostage for days?
Bro, I'm just like there. Like I don't leave. Like they feed me and they're like, you're
there.
not allowed to leave. You have to stay here, and you don't really get a lot of free roaming like capabilities or whatever. So
Yes.
I don't know. It kind of haunts
It's
me.
detailed. I don't remember my dreams very well.
You don't remember being held hostage?
No.
That's good.
I do remember one dream where it was like a paintball fight, but the moment the paintball fight started and people started shooting each other, we realized very quickly that it wasn't a paintball fight.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah,
Like a
that was
really
like
long time
that was
ago.
like one of my 2 vivid dreams I've ever had. I hid under a bed.
Wait, in real life or in the dream?
In the dream. I was above the bed in real life. Anyways, so Sean's here.
Sean, have you had any weird or vivid dreams?
Nothing like that, no.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember like any of my dreams.
None?
Not really.
None
no.
that you're willing to talk about, or none at all?
None that I'm willing to talk about.
Okay.
Dude, I had some interesting
There aren't that many to
dreams
begin with.
in elementary school that had Connor in them as an old man. Like
Oh.
he was just an old guy with a cane.
How was he doing?
I was okay. He was just kind of like one of those NPCs in a video game. Like that's what he was.
Did
in
he
this
have like an
dream.
exclamation mark above his head? Could you fetch me my water? I'm a little
I
too
don't know.
old to get up.
The only thing I really remember from the like series of dreams was me being in this giant. I don't want to call it a store because it was more of just a giant room with like windows from like floor to ceiling.
Yeah.
And you know those like circular racks that have clothes on them? Like they were everywhere. They filled up
Like the
entire,
ones where you
they-
always hide in when you're like a little
they
kid.
filled up the whole like space.
Dude, that sounds lit.
And the building was on fire.
Oh, that sounds especially lit. Nice.
And that's like that one event was the one thing that I still remember from like Connor's NPC days.
Nice.
It's just terrifying
Connor's NPC.
because I couldn't find a door. I was
I love
like,
it.
I was too short to like see over things.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Jeez, okay. Maybe we can have a whole episode about dreams.
Well, that's
I
about
feel
all
like
I
that
got
could
now.
happen. Well, good, because this is a guest episode featuring Sean. We haven't
Yay.
introduced.
No, we have.
Well, we introduced his name. No one knows anything about him.
I mean,
Sean is
he's
a
tall.
disembodied voice. He does not have a body or a being.
Isn't that what
Yeah, I'm an
disembodied
AI.
means?
I'm a Microsoft program.
Yeah. He's plugged into an outlet right now. Yeah. He's like an Amazon Alexa. You can talk to him and play you music, but only like
Alexa, this is so
I'm
sad.
a lot more
Play
cynical,
Despacito.
yeah. You have like
Are you like Hal?
backhanded remarks. Like if you say Alexa, "fuck you," she'll be like, "I don't know what you're saying." She knows what you're saying. She's just pretending like she doesn't. Sean would like come at you.
Oh, 100%.
Or if you ask like any sort of science related question, like, well, you fucking idiot.
Well, it's obviously this, dumbass.
You don't really know how black holes work, you fucking imbecile.
You know,
Like,
what a fucking idiot.
all you need to get through a black hole is a bird. Just send a bird
Oh my
through a
god,
black hole.
that fucking kid.
Oh my god, okay, we gotta tell this story. I gotta tell this story. This is one of my favorite stories to tell.
Is it a story? I
It
couldn't
is,
tell
yeah.
by the
Definitely a
fact that you
story.
said it 3 times.
Story.
Oh, that was just me stuttering the first 2 times. So, senior year of high school, right? I was in an honors Earth and Space Science class.
Mm-hmm.
Keyword honors, right? So these are people who aren't taking the regular classes. They're taking like higher level classes.
To be fair, there really is like no requirement to be an
It's
honors
true,
at
yeah.
our school. You just sign up for it.
The requirement is you should have a brain.
Okay, but I'm
Probably.
saying there's no prereq.
It's more like a hard recommendation.
Yeah.
But there was this. We were talking about black holes, and our teacher mentioned how we don't really know what's on the other side. We have like an idea, right? But no one's ever been into a black hole and back out to tell the story. Let alone in a black hole at
Yeah,
all.
nobody's ever actually seen it with their own eyes.
But so this girl raises her hand, and she's like, "Why don't we just send an astronaut into the black hole?" And then he explained that black holes are, we can't get to any of them, and also like it wouldn't matter because he wouldn't be able to tell us what was on the
You'd
other
be
side.
gone.
So then she's like, "Well, why don't we just send 2 astronauts so that they can like radio each other, right?" and he was like, "Well, no, because not only would they not be able to get out, but they would not be able to live going through that."
And then also the radio waves wouldn't be able to leave
yeah.
the black hole because
And-
like it's light.
Right. And oh God. And so she's like, well, how about we just send a bird into the black hole, right? Let's send a bird, right? Because the bird can fly, and that will help somehow. So,
imagine like a pigeon with a little like upside down fishbowl
on
a
GoPro next to it.
It's just like tied to his leg.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then they were like, okay, well, no, because you know the bird will just die the same as the astronaut. And she's like, let's just send an astronaut with the bird, right? At the same time, they'll go together. Okay, now we've gone into Crazy Town, okay? We were in Crazy Village. We're now in Crazy Town. This person is delusional. They think... here's their...
It's like the... No, okay. To equate this to video games, it's like you have a hard kill zone, and they think by just putting more into it that they'll be able to survive.
Yeah.
It's like, we just put more, they won't die.
Yeah. Like, here, for one, they think flying will give something the ability to escape a black hole.
Flying because they can do fly. Anything in space.
In space. It doesn't matter if you can fly in space. Okay? Secondly, they think that anything can live inside a black hole. Thirdly, they think a bird can talk to a human.
No, that's why there's a camera.
Yeah, presuming that the bird lives, it can then communicate with the human.
Yeah, dude, you ever heard of Twitter?
Heard of Twitter?
No, dude, what you do is you take that GoPro and you just attach a really long wire.
Yeah, exactly. Just right in the black hole. Yeah, and have
dude, and then the electricity won't be able to go up the wire.
just bring an extension cord. This was the same person who was insistent that ice is a liquid because ice is water and water is a liquid, and therefore ice is also a liquid.
Wait, could you tell me this person's name if you bleep it out?
I don't remember their name. I think it was like or something. I don't need to bleep it. It's just a first name. There's plenty of people named.
Yeah, but
that might also not even be her name. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I can't remember. I've blotted this out of my memory as much as possible. Those are the only two instances that made it through.
Who was teaching this class? Was it Downs?
No,
he didn't have Downs.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember his name, but he was a great teacher.
I had Downs.
I think it started with a P or something.
I think it did.
Yeah. I don't know. He was funny. Mnemonic? He was like so deadpan sarcastic, like more than anyone else I've ever known.
Damn.
Like to the point where you just kind of thought he was an asshole, and like you could tell that he wasn't, but only a little bit. Like sometimes it seemed like he crossed the line, and I don't know. Maybe he is just a jerk. I don't think so.
Okay.
Anyways, speaking of science, Sean's here.
Mm-hmm. Sean and science both start with an S. What a coincidence.
What?
Wow. All right.
You know what else starts with an S? Social studies. Do you love history?
I do love history.
Oh, really?
But I like science more.
And why do you like science more, Sean? Perhaps?
Because math.
Well, are you potentially doing things with the science?
I am studying physics.
What kind of physics?
Astrophysics.
Ooh, the space
Dude,
physics.
Astro has an S in it.
The kind where you talk about black holes and don't discuss sending birds into them because that's dumb.
What did you think about the black hole picture that was viral?
I thought that was really cool because, like, well, in my physics class, in my astronomy class, like, we were both like, all of the class, we're like waiting for that thing to go up because, like, there was like rumored it was going to go up, and so like our teacher was like, "This picture's going to go up," and we're like, "Oh, super hyped." And then you see the picture, and it's like, for somebody like me, I think that's amazing because I understand how they got the picture, and for everyone else, it's like, oh, it looks like a glow stick.
I think it wasn't really that cool to me just because I didn't really like get the deeper implications of it. Yeah. But like the part that was cool to me was when they compared that picture to the black hole in Interstellar. And they were like showed how close together they were and how well like they mapped like the kind of waves going into it. That was really cool. How like spot on they got it.
Yeah, Interstellar's like a really interesting movie.
It's crazy.
There's a lot of things that they did like that were like really like scientifically accurate, and it seemed like, wow, this is like a really good movie. And then there's the whole like you go through a black hole and you end up in a bookshelf, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Anyway, so you're doing astrophysics. You just finished your community college, right?
Yep.
You just got your associate's degree.
Just got my associates.
Mm-hmm. And then what? What's the
now
plan?
transferring to UW Milwaukee
to
go to school with you.
Woo-hoo. Reppin'.
What?
Sorry.
Did you say reppin'?
Reppin', yeah.
Oh, okay.
Reppin' the U
Like
dubs.
right on.
Yeah, the U-dubs.
The U dubs. I don't think anyone says that. Don't say
I hope
that.
That's Washington. Washington's UW.
Oh.
University of Washington.
Well, they can suck it.
They can. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Suck it, U dubs.
Yeah. One of the 16 Wisconsin schools. Let's go.
We're the second biggest though.
We are the second biggest.
What, next to Madison?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. It's like Madison, Milwaukee, Green Bay.
What's your student population?
I think it's I don't know. It's 30,000.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
I thought it was a small
The campus is quite small.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a lot of people that commute.
Yeah.
But it's got a big population. There's only 4 dorm buildings.
Oh.
There's
granted, one of them. Well, yeah, because one of them has 4 towers that are each 20 floors. Okay. So that one counts for 4 probably. But then aside from that, there's 3 others.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was that big.
UWM. Let me figure this out for sure. I think it is around 30,000. Although, yeah, 27,000 as of 2015. I don't know.
But what about grad students? Because I think my school is 45,000, but if you include grad students, it's
I'm not
60,000.
Sure. I don't know. I literally just Googled it. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really say. I can't find it quickly enough to not just spend the whole podcast Googling something. It doesn't matter. It's considered a large school.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's probably the 3rd biggest of our friend group.
Yeah. What's bigger, Iowa State?
No, yeah, Iowa State than my school.
Iowa State's bigger than your school.
No, Iowa State.
Yeah, that's
Iowa State, and then Ohio State's at the top.
Ohio State's at the top. Okay, that's what I thought.
I don't think any of us go to a school bigger than.
Yeah, 60, I think Connor goes to Bradley. What's Illinois State?
ISU.
That one's pretty high, right?
Illinois State.
Yeah.
Really?
ISU. I mean, it's
yeah,
I don't think it's bigger than UW.
Half of our high school there.
Yeah, because I can't get into U of I.
Yeah, and that's significant because our high school is 4,000 people.
A lot of kids go to Iowa or Iowa State.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why do so many people we know Michigan go to Iowa?
I think it's because it's a big school.
Do they have something with Illinois, some kind of program, or is it just a party school?
Yeah, it's a pretty big party school.
I think it's
it's an engineering school because Tom doesn't really party. That's not why.
No, Iowa State
is an engineering.
Iowa State and Iowa are different schools. A lot of kids. Okay. There are kids that go to Iowa State, but there are at least in the 2 classes. Actually, I would say 2 classes above us until the Hawkeyes.
Hawkeyes, that's what I meant.
I'm the Buckeyes.
You're the I know. Yeah.
Okay. So the 2 classes above us, all the way until the class below us, where a ton of kids went to Iowa, in that range, and a lot of the kids that went there, I don't know. I just
in terms of a couple of them, they're very much party kids, and they get drunk 7
as
days
long
a
as they're
week.
passing their classes, whatever. That's get it out of their system.
Right? System, so
that's how it works, right?
That's how
drugs and
alcohol
work.
Definitely.
You just do it a little bit and then
you
it's
stop.
gone. You satisfy that craving.
That's called an addiction. That's called an addiction, Trevor.
I know. That's why I don't do any of these things at all.
Yeah.
We're straight ahead.
We're good.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know about that one, but yeah.
Dinner party, Sean. Remember. Anyway, Sean and I are getting an apartment together.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for that.
We move in August, so actually we'll be in the apartment by the time this comes out.
Lit.
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Excited to play a lot of League of Legends.
Oh no!
It's all we're gonna be doing.
Have you played Teamfight Tactics at all?
No, I played it one time and I hated it.
Oh, okay.
I don't like auto chess.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't really like it either. It just doesn't feel good. I get the mechanics. I've watched a lot of videos, trying to understand. I just can't. I can get to the point where I've got a composition, but then I get to 4th or 5th place, and then everyone else is doing better than me, and I can't pivot to another better composition.
Oh, sorry.
I feel like
Adam tagged me in a message. So
I feel like a big thing with auto chess though is in League, it's play to win. If you're in the game, if you're feeding, you're going to lose. That's just how it is. But I feel like in auto chess, it's a lot of more random.
It is. And I mean, it's random that you can reduce, right? You can play more safely. But even if you're playing perfectly, there could be another person who's just getting lucky and has something better than you. That's the issue. And that's the issue with any game. Me and Austin have talked about this extensively with Fortnite. and how like
any battle royale game.
It's RNG based on the weapons you find.
I don't think RNG is competitive.
The spread of
that's why gambling is
it's an issue.
Yeah,
on
which is why I
like
think that you need to not really try to have a middle ground. It needs to be either like fully competitive, like PUBG, where you got, or like CS:GO, where you got specific spreads. Yeah, PUBG, there's randomness in what you find, but like CS:GO, you have got specific ways the weapon sprays.
Yeah, everything.
And,
does nothing changes from match to match.
That kind of thing.
Well, okay, with CS, are the weapon sprays set, or is there like tiny variations?
It's set. Okay. It literally does the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's extremely competitive, and there's no randomness to it. Right? You choose what weapon you want.
Yeah.
If you're playing well, if you have money, options,
you have more options. And
it's completely skill. And then, when you've got something like Fortnite, which they try to fix it by they have like the first shot accuracy thing where you can stop for a second and then shoot.
Well, that got totally abused at first.
It did,
oh my God, it's because it was way too accurate. You could literally headshot people.
No, it wasn't that. It was because of crouch spamming, where you would crouch and then you go up and then like shoot and you could be like you get the accuracy, and then you crouch, stand back up, because it was like you stand up and peek over a ledge, and you would spam doing that, and every time you came up, you had your first shot accuracy. Right. So you would basically, if you were fast enough, it was just like semi-auto 100% accurate, like every shot.
Right. Yeah, which is what I'm saying. I don't think middle ground works. Like it's got to be either fully competitive or fully random, and like random being, I don't know, something
weapon bloom,
like mobile games, or like things where you like play it repetitively over and over, like for different results.
Yeah. Kind of thing. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. Like just getting in the middle, it doesn't really work, because then you just run into issues from both ends. I don't know.
I feel like also when you try to make a game semi-competitive and it really isn't, like people are dumb and like gamble a lot of money, like you were saying. Like my buddy Troy, literally, he's a Fortnite streamer, and he also does carries on like what's the new game that Bungie made? I can't think of it.
Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny 2. He carries people in Destiny 2 for money. And like
nice.
It's ridiculous. He's made like $1,500.
Holy crap!
People are dumb.
How much does he get paid? Like for one carry?
It depends on exactly what he's carrying them through. But he was getting paid like
certain raids or something.
Yeah, he was getting like $100, and it was like 2 hours of work.
The hell?
And like he's playing a game, so like it really is it work?
I mean, if you're making money, I guess.
Effort. He had to sweat a little bit.
Crazy. Anyways,
but he would like wager like $100 on game battles, and it's like you could literally hot drop and then get like like a really bad pistol or something like that, and you're just stuck.
Yeah,
and it's like that's $100 that you just gambled. You just put in a slot machine and then you got cucked.
Although I don't blame Fortnite for creating a massive esports thing, because there's an audience for it. It's making a hell of a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I like. There are people that have already made like over like a couple $100,000.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, think about how much money Ninja's made just off of streaming Fortnite.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean like just from tournaments.
But I'm saying I don't think you. Okay, basically the way to put it, if you play Fortnite right now, you'll get more views, and you see that from other Fortnite streamers when they play other games, as it is with anything else. You'll get less views. But the whole point is that if you play another game and then you move to Fortnite, more people will start following you.
Right.
And I think the biggest example of that is like Courage. Or that I can think of off the top of my head. Because I was a fan of him back when he was still like a codcaster. And his streams would probably like a couple hundred maybe.
Yeah.
And then now he's got a couple thousand. Like it skyrockets.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't blame anyone for it.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying. It's a great business model if you're trying to make money.
Whether or not the game should have ended up being an esports, it really just depended on if it had an audience, and it did. So
yeah,
I guess it's working. Fortnite World Cup will have happened by now, but it's yet to happen.
It's gonna happen late this month.
As of recording this.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm ready to watch it.
I'll be able to watch the last day. That's about it.
That's all.
I'll be busy.
Too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What else? So you're an astrophysicist, Sean.
Yep.
We've covered this.
Can't wait.
Yeah. What's your like end goal? if you 50 years down the line, you're still going, you're still working, you've taken all the steps you need to get to the position you want to be at, what's that?
Well, what I want to do is I want to do research for like 20-ish years for whatever laboratory. And then I want to go and then I want to teach physics.
Oh, cool.
So I want to like go from doing research into becoming a professor.
Okay.
And so like 50 years down the road, hopefully I'll be working for a nice university, somewhere warm. And
Okay.
you know, teaching a few physics classes a week.
Nice.
So
is the goal, do professors make good money?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
They actually do. And depending on how much schooling they have, so like you get like a pay increase for how many classes you've taken, how many like college credit hours you have. So if you have your doctorates, like you're pretty much all the way.
Is that the goal? You're going to try to get your
I want to get my
doctorates?
doctorate.
Jesus, okay.
So I have a lot of school left.
Yeah. Oh my God. I couldn't do that. Is there like a company you want to research for? I don't even know.
I would like to work for NASA, but with the way like our federal government's doing things, that probably won't be an option
maybe
in
SpaceX.
20 years. Yeah, SpaceX will probably be a better option, like going like private.
Yeah.
For somebody like SpaceX or like Boeing.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes, I guess, because I feel like there's going to either be some kind of bad controversy and they go under, or like it's going to skyrocket.
Well, it's just crazy to me that like, you know,
yeah,
people can say like, oh, we like NASA, and then they defund it, and it's like, hello, like what? Yeah, good times.
Stick to fedoras.
Thanks. Yeah, I know baseball caps don't work. Sorry, Austin threw his baseball cap, so I stole it. Cool. What else? How did you meet everyone in the friend group?
Everyone? Oh, that's a long story.
Just go through the list chronologically.
We ask everybody.
Who did you meet first?
So my first friend that's in our friend group was, without a doubt, Adam.
Yep.
I met Adam when I was probably like 2 years old. You know, like I was in diapers, and his sister and my sister were really good friends. They're 4 years old.
Oh, is that why you guys were friends?
Yeah, that's how we met. Through our moms then going like, oh, we both have sons the same age. And so yeah.
And then you get like older, and then your mom's trying to do that, and you're like, stop.
And then your life spiraled out of control.
Yeah, my life
spiraled
out of control, and I fished every day with Adam.
Adam was the beginning of the
Wait till we get Adam on this show. We're gonna have to do so much censoring and cutting with the things that he says.
I'm trying really hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, nah. It'll be
what
fine.
do you mean?
He's not that bad. Anyways, no, don't worry.
And then fast forward until we're like 8, and then I met Trevor in third grade. Oh, actually, I met Trevor K first. I met Trevor K in first grade. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
We weren't really friends though. Like we like hung out, and then he like said some bad words at my birthday party, and like, my mom just hated him.
Okay, now tell that story because Trevor K is petrified every time.
Yeah, he's literally horrified
to
of
this
my mom.
day.
It's hilarious. You know, we're 20 years old now. But he didn't know that bitch was a bad word, and so like we were at Vertical Endeavors. And we were, you know, rock climbing
for your first birthday party. For
my first grade birthday party.
Yeah.
And so it's like a rock climbing place, and we're like rock climbing, you know, and like we're like there was like a table set up, and like we were supposed to like have cake or whatever. And he decided, what does bitch mean? And my mom like was like standing behind me, like her eyes like fucking like lit up, and I was like, oh my god. She's like, he just said that.
And your mom was.
She got so mad. Like she was like, I understand why she was upset.
But also, I think the context of your mom being like, what was her position called at the school?
Oh yeah, she was a teacher's aide.
She was like a TA at an elementary school. So she was
at my elementary school.
And so she was frequently dealing with obnoxious children.
Obnoxious,
and she
misbehaved children that never got scolded by their parents. And then there's this kid that she's never met before that's just blurting out fucking bitch at her.
And so she has quite a short
sons.
temper when it comes to that.
Yeah, not really long.
Yeah. And so Trevor K.
Wait, can I like? Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
Oh, I didn't know that was about Trevor K. Sorry.
No.
But I was gonna say something about Sean's mom when because I have a story when we were in elementary school. When I was in elementary school with Luke and a different Adam, and this other Adam called Luke a sissy, and he got in trouble for it.
Mom's a savage.
I was just like what? Yeah. You're gonna get some 5th grader in trouble for calling someone a sissy?
Bullying's bad.
Oh my god, yeah, it's funny. Everyone's got a story.
I thought that was funny. Like,
I feel like everyone we went to high school with had a story about my mom. And like when we got to middle school, like everyone's like, "You're Miss Benson's son." I was like, I'm not associated.
Yeah, wait, are you talking like teachers?
No, all of the other students.
Oh, okay.
Because your mom wasn't a TA at your school. She was a TA at a different school.
Yeah, at my school.
And so whenever we merged together in middle school, it was like minus 10 points immediately to anyone who met you once they found out what your last name was.
Yeah, everyone at my elementary school, they meet Sean, they're like, oh, you're her son.
It was honestly kind of rough. I didn't make like friends with like anyone from Wolf's Crossing. All of my friends were from Grand Park.
Don't worry, it's just specifically from one school.
And then like
it's a running theme.
To be fair, it is the school right next to the elementary school right next to
the middle school we went to. Yeah.
But like by the time we got to high school, like everyone like nobody cared anymore. Like everyone had forgotten about my mom. Like thank God.
I don't know about forgot, but they probably just were like, it's not important.
Yeah, it's something like I'm not defined by my mom's yelling at people for playing tag.
And if anyone gave you 10 seconds, they'd figure that out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean,
and nothing against your mom. She's a good person. She
100%.
She had a short temper with children, and I don't blame her.
I don't blame her either because
children
a lot of people are very misbehaved.
Yeah.
Especially in this day and age, like people like not scolding their children for doing dumb things. It's like, what are you doing?
That's only gonna get worse, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to parent your kids hard when they're younger, and then.
How do you feel about corporal punishment? Like parents like hitting their kids? Like spanking? Like
that's fine.
I don't think it's discipline. I don't feel like it's necessary though.
It's not necessary.
I think
but
it's necessary in some
discipline.
cases. Like if your kid's like a little shithead, like you need to fucking whack him. Like I feel like
I think you can avoid it by teaching them respect early enough on.
Yeah, but some kids don't listen. Some kids just literally don't listen.
Yeah.
And you need to get it through their head that they need to listen, or shit's gonna be rough for them.
Right, but why does that require hitting them?
Because they don't listen.
They don't listen.
If they're literally not going to pay attention to you,
if that doesn't just stick in their head.
All you need to do.
But there gets to a point where words just are ineffective.
Here's what you need to do.
In a situation.
Here's what you need to do. Hold on. Let me call Santa real quick.
Yeah, sometimes that doesn't work.
Hello, Santa? Yes, don't bring any presents this Christmas.
Bring him coal. Dude, I had a cousin that got coal one year. It was funny.
And that's it.
It was funny.
And then the kid goes, no! And then you're like, what? Are you going to behave? Yeah, behave, please!
Yeah, and then they don't...
Like, okay, Santa, call it off. Never mind. I'll call you back if things happen again.
And then the next day they're screaming in Walmart and you gotta fucking whack them on the back of the head. Like,
you're gonna call Santa every day?
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna throw in the call Santa every day?
It's not like an everyday thing, though. It's not like it's not like you're beating your kid to a pulp. Yeah. Like it's like sometimes you just gotta give them a good smacking and get it through their head that they need to shut up.
You find out your kid is like bullying somebody, so you fucking spank them to show them how it feels. It's kind of a thing.
I guess, yeah.
Like I never got hit by my parents. Like it never came to that because I wasn't dumb enough to like let it. My sister was like 100%. It was horrifying. That like scared me into submission. Okay. And like I feel like
all right, so I got it. Just beat the first kid.
Yeah, beat the firstborn in front of the younger kids, and so they learn.
Dude, my dad and my sister and I do push-ups and wall sits. Those were our like some of our physical punishments.
Yeah, or just do like the circle on the wall and put your nose on the circle. And you can't move.
Oh, I never had to do that. We had to go stand in a corner sometimes, but that was when we were like really young.
Same thing, except you put the circle like just below where their nose.
Oh, that's so mean.
They have to crouch down a little bit. And then they get real tired of it real fast.
Real tired.
They're like, I'm sorry, Mom.
I feel like I probably wouldn't do that. I don't know.
I feel like it's avoidable.
I think it's also hard to say, given the fact that I don't have children.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I could avoid it.
I feel like you can avoid it unless your kids are like really just shitheads. Like, you know,
but I think like
some kids are well behaved.
If they're not a complete shithead and you parent them hard enough when they're young or younger, then the parenting is easier once they grow up.
But also like where's the point where like they can understand but also they haven't ingrained themselves with bad behavior, right? Because you can't teach a 2-year-old to behave.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't spank a 2-year-old. That doesn't do anything.
No, yeah, they're not gonna learn anything.
Like, what's the age where you can cement good behavior in them?
Oh,
before but the bad behavior is already cemented.
I would probably
itself.
say around like
5,
around kindergarten.
4.
Yeah,
I'd say like if you send your kid to preschool, like that's probably a good start.
I thought you were talking about
like to 10.
I thought you were talking about like when they can start like doing things without you around, like going out when. Okay.
Well, counting to 10 that's not even like a good thing because like my mom told me horror stories of like the kids she would have to teach and like they couldn't count to like 5 in like 4th grade and it's
God.
How
I could count to 100 in preschool.
Man, you want to flex on us some more?
Flexing, dude. Let's go.
Did you have the teacher where every time you had to like just write numbers on like a piece of paper and like how far you got into like a club? I got into like the 100,000 club, dude. Like I was doing that stuff every day.
You did not write out 100,000.
I literally wrote out like 100,000. Yeah, there was like 3 of us that did it.
That would take you like 30 hours.
It took us the entire year, Trevor. It was like May in that class, and we were like, we did it, guys.
Oh my god. That would
made it to the end. Like she like moved our name tag over like the 100,000 thing. We were like all like
3 straight days of just writing numbers, probably.
I know my numbers, man.
Well, I mean,
that's why I'm gonna math.
If you can get to 100,000,
what's
you
the
can get to
7th number?
What?
What's the 7th number?
8. Pulls out his fingers.
Start counting into my fingers.
Oh, speaking of counting on your hands, taking German, because we all took German.
Oh yeah.
Taking German has permanently. Like I start counting on my thumb. I never start on my index finger now. I always start counting on my thumb now. It's just I find it interesting.
And don't they in Mandarin? Don't they start with their pinky?
Dude, I asked Zach. He took that.
I don't know.
It's weird because Americans start with their pointer finger and then they do all 4 of their fingers and then thumb for the 5th one, right?
Like us.
Like that's what Americans.
That's an American thing. And like,
then Germans start with their thumb and then the 4 fingers.
Yeah,
and then I think
like thumb and then
yeah. But I think Asian countries they start with their pinky.
Oh, okay.
And then go.
I'm just saying like, but when I'm signaling, if I'm saying like the number 2, I still use my index and middle, like because doing 2 with my thumb and my index feels it just feels unnatural to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely.
Like.
I'm so glad it's a podcast.
Oh. Yeah, I'm so glad it's an audio podcast.
Yeah, so we were just doing gang signs and stuff.
Yeah, bro.
Speaking of which, I was hanging out with Rebecca the other day. And
you guys are throwing up gang signs on the streets?
No, she was
shot.
She was like working earlier in that day, and like she has like an internship, and whenever she like talks to the other interns, there's like 2 interns to one side of her. And so she talks to the one next to her. And whenever she does that, the one behind that intern always does the phase sign at her. And
it's like she's with Noah all the time.
And she thought he was just doing like a peace sign or something. She didn't realize it was the phase sign.
Phase up.
And until like yesterday. And she was like, I just figured out this guy's been throwing the phase sign at me this whole time. It was like oh, it was great.
Speaking of things like that, do you guys know that like news stations were reporting that like the OK thing was like a gang sign? Was like a white supremacist thing? Like you put it upside down.
Yeah.
I literally did this to my mom. She was like,
"Are
you a white supremacist?" And I was like, "It's the OK sign, Mom." What?
Wait. Are you talking about where it's like you put it below your waist?
Where you put it below your waist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like that.
What? There was like some guy who did it, but was also in a gang. I think.
Yeah, and so like everybody's
everyone was like, "It's a gangster!"
Somebody got kicked out of Wrigley Field for that, and like they're like banned from Wrigley Field for doing it.
What was it? Yeah. Was it a mugshot where the guy did it?
I have no idea.
It was some kind of picture.
It was
something really dumb that like
it wasn't a mugshot, but it was a picture of him.
That like news stations like blew way out of proportion.
He had like the thing below his waist.
Okay, wait. Okay, like on that topic, what happened with the whole Pepe thing? You know where Pepe was like being associated with terrorism?
Yeah. With the alt-right.
Is that what it was?
It's the exact same thing.
It was just memes.
It's like memes being taken like out of context, and then like people being like, "Oh my god, memes!"
Basically, yeah. Oh, well, I wish I could find it because it was hilarious. I know the context was like the picture was taken in a situation where you wouldn't want a picture to be taken of you, but he was also doing the below the waist OK sign. Got everyone.
Fucking dabbed on him, dude. Like I don't even think it's like our older generation's fault that they like felt for stuff like that.
It's the news.
Yeah, it's literally like, why would the news do that? Like, we know everyone that works for the news isn't 40 or more years old. Like, people on the news like watch PewDiePie, you know?
Yeah, like my parents can't speak to my brother. I'm essentially the
Oh my gosh, yeah, I had dinner at his house like last week. And it's just like the thing that his brother was saying, like, I understood, but I could tell his parents have no clue what's going on.
The thing, I think my brother does it on purpose. I don't think he really talks like that all the time. I think he just exaggerates it whenever he's around my parents.
Obviously, that's
because he just likes messing with them.
I could see that.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah. What else?
Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, dude, I have a lot of hobbies, including playing Counter-Strike. I'm a Twitch streamer.
That's right.
Wait, but we've already made this plug.
We've made this plug several times.
But just in case they've forgotten.
Link in the description for Sean's Twitch channel. He's probably streaming right now.
I hope so.
Wait, what time do you usually stream? You don't have a schedule, do you?
I don't have a schedule because I was working, but now that I no longer have a job,
wait, what?
Have a schedule.
You don't?
No, I quit from Target.
8 weeks from tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Stream.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'll be probably playing some.
Is it Thursday?
No, it's Wednesday.
From tomorrow. Yeah. I got it. Okay.
But my Twitch is twitch.tv I'm_Entropy.
Yep.
You forgot the slash.
I'm_Entropy.
Otherwise, I'm going to go to twitch.tv I'm_Entropy, which is not.
I think nobody is going to do that. I think most people would know how URLs work.
Yeah. So what kind of stuff do you stream?
So I stream a lot of games.
I've only ever seen you stream Counter-Strike.
That's a mistake.
That is the
I stream a lot of
game
World at War modded zombies.
You stream primarily
CS:GO. But I'm trying to get away from that. Variety. I'm starting to get away from streaming Counter-Strike. Just for the fact that it's like not that fun to me anymore. Because once you get to a certain level, it's like
what is your rank?
Currently, I'm MGE in matchmaking, which is sort of high.
I'll pretend I know what that means.
All right, it's like
Gold
Nova is
what
the middle MGE
Master
Gold, Guardian Elite.
Okay.
So after MGE, there's DMG, LE, LEM, and then Supreme and then Global. Okay. So I'm 6 ranks.
All I know is
how many ranks are there?
I don't know, dude. There's like 20. Yeah, there's like 20.
So you're upper.
If you look at the percentage wise for like the spread of players, I'm like a top 10% player.
Top 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Not top like 30.
No, it's way above that.
Because I guess that makes sense because there will be less people in the lower rank, or more people in the lower ranks.
There's more people in Gold Nova than there are in anything else. There's it's like a bell curve.
Yeah.
With Gold Nova 3 being
and isn't silver the bottom rank?
Yeah,
I find that so odd. Like why not bronze or something?
League just added iron rank.
What?
I'm gonna get ranked
below silver.
I don't think I'll get ranked
Dude, I didn't know for the longest time that Siege had a copper rank until Zach played his first promo game, and I saw it. I was like, "Oh, he got ranked."
A copper rank. I got ranked gold. I thought that was the bottom.
No, it's copper, bronze, silver, gold, diamond, and platinum, I believe. And yeah, I thought because the thing is that the copper doesn't look that different from bronze, so I just glanced at it and I was like, "Oh, you got placed in bronze." And he's like, "It says copper or something." It's like copper. I thought he was just joking. I was like, "Oh, haha." He's like, "No, it says copper." I was like, "There's a rank below bronze." He's better now. He's better.
I would hope so because
he's at least in. I mean, keep in mind we play on console. We're not like competitive. We just have for fun. But he's in like gold now or something.
It's good.
I just I got placed in gold. I have like 10 hours on Rainbow Six.
I have maybe 1 hour, and I refuse to play it. It just frustrates me.
Yeah, the game. It
if you don't
it feels so unforgiving because I'm terrible at it, and I just die instantly.
I think you have to. You have to at least have some FPS background.
Yeah, I don't think you have very much. It's the difference between Call of Duty and like Fortnite, right? Because Call of Duty, you die instantly.
Very casual games.
No, I know, but Call of Duty, you die in one shot to the foot.
Not anymore.
Essentially, you die very quickly.
And no, you
No.
don't.
In previous games.
Yeah, but it's
in
okay.
Old Call of Duty,
but the point is, it's okay because
for most of Call of Duty's lifetime
over and over. It's like super fast paced, right? Fortnite is the opposite because you have 200 health and you die very slowly, extremely slowly. And, you know, you can play defensively and stuff, and you only have one life, right? So they're like the two opposite ends of the spectrums. You have infinite lives, and you have one life. Siege, you have one life, and you die instantly. But you also
only
wait.
In the head.
You also wait like 3 minutes to get shot. That's the part that I hate.
I mean, I get it is. I will say because like a game like Counter-Strike, there's 30 rounds. In
30
the game.
maximum.
And I would say max rounds, and it would take about an hour.
Yeah, it takes like 40 minutes to an hour.
And Siege has maximum, and they're ranked 9 rounds, and it takes about the same time because there's picking operators, there's the prep phase, the action phase, and then it's that for every single round.
Stupid drones.
Yeah,
a lot of around the drones. I like that part.
Dumb.
That's like the only part I like.
Just show us where they are. Like not the people, just like where the objective is. Like,
I think I think in the professional league, like in Rainbow Six Pro League, they do that.
Yeah.
And they show you all the operators on both teams and where the objective is.
I feel like the drones have no purpose beyond that.
Actually, in the rounds, the drones are really good. Like if you save your drone,
during the round, right?
Yeah.
But like beforehand.
Yeah. Before it's just like
you can tase people.
Okay, yeah, but outside of that, it's just kind of like putting it where you want to. But for the most part,
I feel like
you can just throw the drone once you're already playing. I do understand that. I will say the whole point of that is just so the defense can get set up, essentially.
Right. That's true. I guess that's a good point. They need.
I will agree with you. I do think it's kind of dumb because sometimes if all your drones get shot and no one got close enough, you have no clue where it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mainly just so that defense has time to get set up because everyone's got gadgets and reinforcements and whatnot.
Fair. That does make sense.
But yeah,
I feel like, and also like a comparable thing to it is like, you could like save your drones or whatever, like set them up in like good places, or like in like League of Legends, most people go to like red buff or blue buff at the beginning, you know, to help the jungle, or you can invade, and like I feel like with the drones, it's kind of like invading, like you're getting extra information with like not really that big of a cost to you, like unless you die, obviously.
I guess so, yeah.
But like it's like the same thing. Like you're just getting extra information for the round, because like you don't just have to find the objectives with the drones. Like you could like
can see like what walls are reinforced and
or like where people
if someone's
are sitting
in a corner.
But also like what operators they have, which is important.
Okay.
Like if somebody has like a Kavira and like you see them like on the opposite side of the map, to avoid that area of the map because she's lurking.
Well, also she's just. She downs you and then it reveals everyone's
abusive.
I don't really have a problem with Siege. I just don't like it. But I don't think it's a flawed game, really. I think
it has some flaws.
Sure.
Everything
probably has
some flaws.
But I think it's a good game in terms of games, right? Mm-hmm. Like, there's a lot of shit games.
I will say, though,
pretty successful.
It's a big problem with it is it's spectating, just because there's so many things that are going on, and you also don't know what information the players have. Is that it can make commentating harder because it's like you don't know if.
What are you talking about? Like in the terms of esports?
Yeah. And some of the casters have commented on this too, where it's like because if a player is trying to do something, they may know a player's hiding in some place or that there's a certain setup going on in a certain area.
The commentators might not.
No, the commentators can see all of that, but they don't. Like if the player doesn't know it, or
I feel like it's more like if you're not like at a certain skill level in the game, like you don't have enough game sense to really understand what's going on. Like it's hard to get into.
But also, right? I think a lot of kills get missed just because there's. It's more spread out. Like if you think of something like Counter-Strike, I think.
You can kind of see where people are about to.
Well, you have the offense, defense, and there's A, B, and like usually like a mid.
Yeah.
And they start on one side and you start on the other, and you kind of meet. In Siege, there's a building, and you can come from almost any angle in that building.
And there's like an infinite amount of rooms. Like it's not like a normal building, Where
and most walls are destructible too, so you can shoot through them or make holes and whatnot. So it's like.
There's so many rooms.
That's fair. Okay, so you stream CS:GO, you stream modded
Call of Duty
War Zombies.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Those are my favorite.
Honestly, like it's just so much fun.
Those are my favorite to watch.
What else do I stream? I play a lot of survival games. Like right now, I've been playing a lot of Subsistence, which is a game on
Steam.
Steam.
What is it?
It's basically like Rust, but instead of people just running around and killing each other because the environment isn't really that deadly, it's like the environment is really deadly and
people tend to work together.
It's like more PvE than PvP.
Cool. But there are.
What do you mean by more PvE than PvP?
Like it's more focused.
I mean, like,
but I'm saying
there's wolves and bears.
But I'm saying if I just want to like hack you in the face,
you could.
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
You 100%.
But you're less. People in general are less likely to do that.
Yeah, people in general like are less likely. And there's also there's AI in the game that are called hunters, and they're basically players.
Cool.
And they set up like a base, and they do like everything like that a player does, except for like they're literally just computers.
Right.
And eventually they start raiding you.
It's just like a desktop computer coming at you.
Right. But like there's a lot of things to build in the game, and it's like a lot of grinding. But eventually you get like grenades and stuff, and the hunters, if you attack them, like they come at you and like they'll break your whole base, like they don't care, and like that'll be like hours of like work just gone. Yeah. And like because they don't really have to grind for everything like we do, like a player does.
Right.
So like
kind of get it.
After like a few hours, like they'll have like grenade tipped arrows, and like that's not good for you.
Oh, I can't imagine. A situation where that'd ever be good for you.
No, not a real ideal situation. But yeah, that's like survival game I'm playing. I also play a lot of DayZ.
Really?
The UN server, yeah.
Okay. UN, what is that?
It's basically since
where
DayZ was a mod.
Yeah.
There's like been a group of people that are called the UN because like there's UN like helmets or whatever and like armor and stuff in the game. It's like whatever.
Okay.
But they've been pretty popular.
I thought it was like a location in the world.
No.
Like EU and NA East, NA West, and that.
Yeah, there's players from all over the world that play on it.
Okay.
But
man, I cannot believe that game is still going. That's crazy.
Honestly, like since it like got released, it's kind of fun because now there's mods.
Yeah. And
so the server I play on, one of the guys makes all the weapon mods for it. And so there's like a few hundred weapons. And there's like World War II weapons, and there's like modern day stuff, and there's like everything in between. It's kind of crazy. So like
God.
The other day, like I was running around with a PPSH, like that's kind of fun.
Nice.
It's like adding like World at War zombies into like a more realistic thing.
Yeah.
And so I enjoy.
There's not nearly as many zombies in DayZ though.
No, but they're a lot more deadly.
Yeah.
Zombies are really scary in DayZ.
Why are they? How are they more deadly? Are they faster? Or
they're
just have more health?
Really fast. They don't have more health, but when they hit you, like
they hit you hard.
Yeah, they hit you hard,
and then you also get infected.
You also don't want to shoot them.
Okay.
Because if you shoot, then the sound is going to attract not only more zombies, but it's going to attract other players, and like pretty much everyone in that game has gotten to the point where it's a lot of kill on sight stuff.
Yeah. So
you don't really want to attract other players. So you do like if you have like more than like 5 zombies following you, like you're pretty much gonna die if you're in like a populated area. Yeah, because everyone within like a few kilometers is just gonna come running.
Jesus. All right. Well, you can check that out. Link in the description. Again, still there. It hasn't moved.
Good.
I don't know how.
I'm affiliated. I have an emote.
Yep.
It's a very nice emote.
Also, Sean, I don't think we talked about this, Austin. That eventually we might do like a Nois Bois Twitch stream. Like,
I remember you talked to me about that.
You and I talked about it.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you talked to me about it.
We're
doing business behind my back.
We're thinking. Well, I'm thinking for this that Sean would kind of be like the ringleader of it because he's like the only one who
has
used Twitch and. I'm thinking, right, like each of us can set up our own like personal Twitch account, and then like once a week, whenever we have time, like we'll set like a set time each week, and then whoever's available at that time can hop in, and we can all just play something. Like and I mean preferably like free stuff. Sean, you said you have like custom CS:GO adventure maps that we can play, so or like
we just need people to get
all kinds of junk. At this point. So I think that would be fun. Mostly just to hang out. Like, not really... It wouldn't really be about the game.
Yeah, it'd be more about us talking and just, like, going through something.
Yeah.
There's also, like, a lot of, like, little indie games we could play. You know, like...
Yeah, I mean... Just go to free like that, like Steam.
$1 games or whatever.
$1, yeah. So,
something that we can refund after the 2 hours.
Right. And so, so I'm thinking it'll probably be Sean pretty much every time. If you're not available, we probably just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably be there most times, I'm assuming, because we'll be in the same apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And then, whoever else is available, whoever wants to, Zach might participate. Austin, Trevor K. Who else would participate? Is that it?
I feel like Adam would play. If we played like League of Legends or something like that, I feel like Adam would play.
That's right.
Because Adam does do that.
I don't know. Maybe Connor would. No idea. Yeah. So that's something to look out for. We'll update you if we figure that out. But also, like, we're pre-recording these quite a bit ahead of time, so that's not really going to be effective. Maybe it's already started, but I doubt it.
Who knows? Maybe it'll happen when we move.
I feel like it'll start sometime during the school year.
Yeah, probably.
Depending on how swamped we are with school and work, if it's possible. Yeah. Got any like stories with the friend group? Anything?
Stories with the friend group?
Yeah, something related to the friend group, or just some story at all you want to tell.
Well, currently in the Counter-Strike world, well, at least for me, I'm in a tournament, and we just made it to the finals, so there's like $200 on the line, so that's kind of exciting.
How did it work? How did the tournament work? Was it like a bracket?
Basically, it was like this one guy invited like a bunch of people he was in a tournament group before, and they just stopped doing it because of like lack of funding or whatever.
Okay.
But he wanted to continue it, and so he like invited a bunch of people, and one of those people was my buddy Tegan, who's pretty high up in Counter-Strike. Like, he has like a lot of friends that are like semi-pro and whatnot. And so he was like, you want to get a team together? And like, I'm trying to get like 12 teams or whatever together, and we're gonna have like a little tournament.
Jeez. All right.
So then Tegan like hit me up, and we formed a team, and we've been playing for the last few months. And like, it was like a regular season, which like with like the games being streamed on YouTube.
That's cool.
And then like there was like casters and whatnot, and we eventually like played through all of that, and we got into the point now where like we're in the actual like tournament part of it at the end. And so we had a bye because we were in first place. When we played against one team, we swept them, and now we just played against another team, and it was a best of 5 series, which was like horrendous because it took forever, and it went all 5 games, and so like it took us like fucking 3 days to play out all the matches, because like it's hard to get 10 people to all have the exact same schedule,
right?
To all be able to play for 5 hours, like that's like a really long time to get 10 people to all be available. But yeah, yesterday we played out our last match, got the dub.
Nice.
So now in 2 weeks is going to be the final, and I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah, is that going to be on YouTube?
It will probably be on YouTube.
And you're in the final already, or you're about to? You're like,
we already made it.
Okay.
So the only reason it's going to be in 2 weeks is because I will be out of town, and so will 2 other players on my team, and then IEM Chicago is the weekend after this one.
Oh yeah.
So I guess I can date when we recorded, but
because it doesn't matter. The date will show in the description.
Yeah, so we'll have to go after
all good.
that. Because like, I actually think like 4 or 5 people in the league are going to be at IEM Chicago, which is kind of funny.
Jeez.
Because like people are coming from all over for that.
Okay, so if it is on YouTube or somewhere, I'll probably remind you when I edit this, but send me a link. Maybe it'll be in the description.
Maybe
if it exists. Won't. Maybe it won't. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe it won't even happen. Just all fall apart.
Yeah, maybe it'll all fall apart. All my hard work will be for nothing.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But
sounds cool.
After this, then my team though, we've pretty much decided that we're going to go to ESEA and try to get through Open this next season.
ESEA
it's like
is that like summer, like spring split for CS:GO? Is that like the first thing?
It's like a third party platform from CS:GO where pretty much like if your team like gets all the way through, or if you individually get all the way through, like all the ranks and all that, eventually you can get into like semi-pro, and then you can get drafted into like a pro team.
Okay.
So we are trying to go through that whole fiasco right now.
Yeah.
Fun.
Oh
yeah, kind of fun.
You can become a CS pro instead.
I do not want to become a CS pro. I would definitely go semi-pro, but like the amount of Counter-Strike that the pros play is just ridiculous. Like, they wake up and it's like 3 hours of just them just shooting bots. Like, that does not sound like a good life to me.
Ugh,
like, I don't feel like it'd be worth the money.
Why are they fighting bots?
To practice their aim.
Yeah,
Can't
Their
they
aim
do that
is
against real people? Wouldn't that be better?
Well, they deathmatch too.
Okay.
And then they have scrims, and then they play real matches, and then they have boot camps where they literally just sit there for hours learning how to throw utility,
And then 12 hours later they go to bed.
Yeah.
And they do it again.
And then they wake up and do it again
every day. Oh my god, no thank you.
Yeah, it's like a lot.
Yeah. And it's nice to have like a goal, like the semi-pro thing in the tournament that you're doing. That's cool. Like you can practice a little bit for it. But like full-time,
I feel like
playing a single game,
any video game or like any sport, like it just I couldn't.
Like I go through cycles. I have like one game that I'll play for like a month or 2 months, just constantly, and then I'll switch to something else.
That's pretty much what I do, and that's like why my Twitch stream is sort of like all over the place of what game I play.
Yeah.
But like I feel like the main thing is like I play a lot of Counter-Strike, but recently it's just like the interest has just not been there. Because every time I play in a game, you know, like 3 out of my 5 teammates will be absolutely moronic, and it's like this just isn't fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like you get the same thing in like League too. It's like I feel like every competitive game, it gets to the point where you get so good at the game that everyone else is just so bad unless you like actually are in a 5 queue. Yeah.
It's kind of like the ignorance is bliss thing. Once you realize what you're supposed to be doing, and you see all the people that aren't doing it,
it's just horrifying.
It just hurts.
It just hurts you deep down.
Yeah.
So like on the topic of professional, what do you think about Liquid winning the Grand Slam?
Yeah, that's right, because you follow professional CSGO pretty closely.
Not pretty closely, but I will watch like the majors, I guess.
I
if
mean,
it's on their whatever Twitch account that I follow, I'll watch it.
I'm not the biggest Liquid fan. I've become more of a Liquid fan with the players they've picked up.
Do you not like Stewie?
I do not like Stewie at all.
Man, Boston must have been depressing for you.
Yeah, Boston.
Not only being a FaZe fan.
Not only being a FaZe fan, but watching Stewie get that 1v2 on B-side on Inferno, like, just killed me.
Well, he could have clutched it. He could have won a 1v2, but he didn't get the...
Well, he won that round.
No, what I'm saying, there was...
That sent to overtime. I think it was like...
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about there was a time where he was in a 1v2, and if he won it, I thought that would have won the major for them.
Already.
And he killed one guy, and I think the other guy was Nico, and he got him low, but he didn't kill him. And then Nico like just barely defused the bomb. But I know, are you talking about the play with the op?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he killed the kid Nubox? Oh my god, that depressed me so much.
Wait, are you
I
talking...
think it was Kerrigan that died first, and it was just like, Kerrigan needs to be dropped from the team. Like, he's just like, he used to be such a good player, and he's
on Mouse Sports, right?
I think he's on Mouse Sports now.
Pretty sure he is.
Because he left because obviously like he got kicked from FaZe. Like
he was on Envy for a little bit.
And now FaZe has Neo on their lineup, and it's not going so well. But I feel like the thing is with Stewie on Liquid is that like Stewie used to cheat. Like there's like no doubt in anyone's mind like Stewie's cheat. I mean, there's like a lot of pros that used to cheat. Like Cold Zero like obviously used to cheat.
Oh yeah.
Who was the one guy from Fnatic that Flusha?
Flusha's like was a big hacker, man.
People had all
like every like
there was all
the fact that some of these people like never got banned is like it's ridiculous to me because it's like what more evidence do you need? Like there's thousands of YouTube videos.
Why is it that there's been so much cheating in CS:GO?
I think it's because of the money.
Yeah,
and because
I know, but why doesn't that happen?
The same thing
as much in League. Like
I think it happens
a little bit.
I think it happens less in a game like League because like what are they going to do? Yeah. Like you can like I guess you could aim hack in League, but like at the pro level, like that isn't really a thing.
Yeah, no, there's things where it like kind of auto moves you out of the way of stuff a little bit. But
I feel whereas like in Counter-Strike. But the cheats are like getting extra information, whereas like
because like if you have like an aimbot, let's say you don't even need to use it to kill somebody. If you're looking through a wall, you can, and it locks onto them, you know that someone is like in a certain.
And
spot.
That's the way that pros were cheating is that they were using aimbots to like basically wall. So like,
but not to like. I don't think they were using it to kill somebody.
They weren't using it to kill people, which is why they never got caught.
Right.
But like say if you watch like an old like Stewie clip of where he like would shake his mouse weirdly and like made
that's
no
what
sense.
Flusha
and, like,
did a lot.
And like people were like, he's just trying to be hop. He's like he's in a wall. Like what do you mean he's gonna hop through a wall?
It was like they would shake it to make it look like they weren't locking on someone.
So like they would hit their aim key and it would lock onto the guy's head, and so like they would pull away, and that's why it would go back. So like they were pulling away to try to like get it away. So they're going like this with their mouse.
Weird.
And so it looked like they were like about to go into a B-hop.
It wouldn't look like it.
Yeah, it would.
They would try to make it.
They would try to make it look like it.
But it was pretty clear that it wasn't.
Yeah, you know, when the crosser goes straight to their head and then goes like this, like.
And the thing that makes it so obvious is because casting, you have the outline of every single player.
Oh.
So when their crosshair just locks right onto someone's head.
Like, oh.
You're like, oh, sus.
There was I don't remember the player, but recently there was I don't know how much you know about Mirage still, Austin, but like somebody was looking from a site.
Honestly, I'm trying to remember what map that is. I haven't played the game.
That's the basic one.
It's not Dust 2. It's the other Middle Eastern map where it's like in the desert. But anyways,
it's the one with the fountain.
Okay, I know Dust. No, that's Inferno.
That's Inferno.
Oh.
Mirage is the one with Palace and Apps and Market.
I know all of the yes. Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
The kind of like square of market things in the tent above it.
Yeah.
With the thing that the wood
B-site
pallets that you break and you go into.
Mm-hmm. That's B-side and you go with it for market. But anyways, he was on A site looking through connector into mid and like holding for somebody to come through mid, and it was like 2v1 or whatever. So the last guy on the other team was saving, and he was running through underpass, which is like underground through that wall. And the guy was running, and his mouse just went boop, like straight to the guy's head, like through the wall, and like it literally like locked straight to the guy's head, and then he just like quick turned away, and then he just started like he shot. Like he's literally his crossing went up and he shot. And then he just started shooting random things to like try to hide it, and it's like, buddy, like it's too late. Like,
wasn't there a guy that actually got banned in like during an actual match?
Who was that? Can't think of his name, but like the cheat file on his computer was word.exe. Like that, like, oh yes, fooled everyone, dude. You're word.exe. So like that's become like a pretty good meme in like the Counter-Strike community.
Wait, what do you think about Kelly?
No.
On Dust 2, what's the site by
Kukli?
Cat?
Is that what you're talking about?
I'm just saying the announcer called. I swear every time I hear it.
Kukli.
Okay, that's what it looked like that, but I swear every time they said the name, it sounded like Kelly.
Yeah, it's because they're dumb.
Okay,
but yeah, him jumping up and railing the guy.
Was it Kenny S that he shot?
I don't remember who he shot.
But yeah, that.
But he was obviously cheating.
Yeah,
like,
it's the
like,
way
people like have reenacted that, and like we all go for that now. You know, like if somebody's like planting on A site, we all jump up and go quickly and like try to rail somebody. That's just like a thing that like the Counter-Strike community does. Just like on Mirage, like everyone like jumps up of an op and tries to shoot into apps, like Cold Zera did. But like he definitely was cheating. Like he got banned for that.
Wait,
like,
Cold Zera or
Kukli.
Oh, okay.
Like he got banned like a few like months later. Like he got banned at a LAN event because like I think the anti-cheat like that they were using detected it, and so like he like didn't even get to play. Like he like put it in like his macros on his mouse, and like that was just it. Like GG.
Wow. Holy crap. Okay.
Wait,
This goes a mess.
Do you think Simple doesn't cheat, does he?
No, Simple.
Okay.
Simple might have cheated in the past, but he definitely doesn't cheat now.
Well, okay. Do you think the flash op was like I don't know, 'cause every time I look at it, it's like I don't think it fooled the guy. Like
where he throws the op?
Yeah. Because when he hops over, he's still looking right at him. He just got the kill.
I think it's just like
I think it's such a joke
with the fact that like people try to fake flash of pistols, and like he did it with an op, and like it's just funny.
Okay.
That he he shouldn't have gotten the kill.
Are you talking about the one where he just threw the op?
Yeah, he threw the op and then
jumped over.
Oh my god, that was awesome. That was so stupid.
You gotta have balls though to do that.
So dumb.
To risk an op just to.
I mean, in reality, like, you know, if it works, it works. I mean, at the same time, though, it might not even be that he thought it was like a flashbang or something like that. He might have just saw the op coming around the corner, and so he moved his crosshair to there. And then when Simple got on top, you know,
I think it was literally just the fact that the guy threw an op, and he was like, "What?" Like for like a quarter of a second. It's like when he was like, "Wait, what?"
When a batter like puts down to like what is it called?
What are you talking about?
When a batter like
bunts?
Yeah, to show the bunt and it balks a pitcher. Like the pitcher stops.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like that same thing where like it just was like so like random that it like confused him.
How did you not think of bunt? You're into
I haven't played baseball in years.
Shout out to when you said fantasy baseball would be a breeze.
Yeah, dude. I thought fantasy baseball would be a breeze, and then I got all the people that have gotten injured this year. I have like 6 or 7 people right now that are injured on my list, and one of them is out for like it's an injured list 60 because he literally took a line drive while pitching, and it broke his arm.
Hey, you're doing better than
That's
me.
my first, that was like my first round.
Trevor's got
pitcher.
1 win, but it's
was
against
me.
you.
How many losses do I have now? 8?
No, you're at like 13 now.
Oh, I haven't checked.
See, so Zach, I think I'm the best team. Although Zach has 1 more win than I do. He only has, or he has 1 more win than I do. So he's got 1 less loss, but both of his losses are to me.
Ooh.
And I think he beat me by 15, but I've beaten him by like 80 both
Who
times.
have you been losing to? Like Adam?
I haven't lost in 9 weeks. Something like that.
I feel like the thing with that fantasy baseball league is that I feel like I'll be winning and I'll have like 300 points, and like the person I'm playing will have like 150, and then in 2 days they'll have like 100 more points than me. And it's like, what even happened?
Pitching. That's what Zach does. Oh, I should clarify. I haven't beaten Zach yet this week because of the All-Star week. So there's like 3 more days next week to play. So he still might beat me.
Okay.
But right now I think
Not looking so often.
Well, I'm up like 380 to like 350.
I think I'm playing Connor this
Well,
week.
as you
I
can
don't
tell, I'm
remember what's
thoroughly
going
invested in the outcome.
Yeah, it's so invested.
I don't think you've checked it since the week you beat Sean.
I haven't checked it since maybe week 3. The only time I check it is if I'm like on an Xbox with Zach and then Zach brings it up and I'm like, have I won any? And then he goes, hold on.
Nope.
No. And that's me checking it. Yeah.
Right now Connor is barely beating me. You're beating Zach by like 70 points. And then Adam is stomping you. He has double your points.
Only double? That's not bad.
You have 161 points. He said,
I almost have 400.
161 though. I think most
I don't
of my
even know
players
how you
are
do
benched. I think that's the issue.
No, you can't. I don't think you can. I think it's because you made your lineup based off of spelling "ha got him."
No, it was
Your mum gay, my
mum
pee
gay.
big.
It was your mum gay, ha got him,
My pee big. Yeah, that's how he made his lineup.
Based on their initials.
Honestly, he's doing better than I thought he would.
I know the fact.
I can't believe he beat
honestly,
me.
the fact that I got 1 win is enough for me because I
Yeah.
knew I wasn't gonna win from the start. I don't know anything about baseball other than like the basic rules. Like I can't follow it. So yeah,
Do you know what OBP is?
No. Outs per bat?
No, on base percentage. As far as I'm aware, I really hope I didn't get
It's
that
on
wrong.
base.
What is this little newspaper gray
That just
newspaper?
means
Oh,
there's
that's that
like
there's
news.
like news.
There's
for the
just
player.
something
like
about
they did
them.
something in the past few
What
days.
is DTD?
Day to
Day-to-day.
day? That means that they're injured.
Okay, what is IL10?
Injured
That's
list 10
injured
days.
10 days.
And what is IL60?
Injured list 60
That's
days.
what I have.
Okay,
That's what
so
mine goes.
I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people that are injured, and then 3 other people that are day to day.
9 of your players are.
I don't think I have anyone injured right now.
You're so lucky because.
Well, I had one of my top outfield choices.
Oh, my top pitcher.
I had Aaron Judge on the IL for like 3 weeks.
My top pitcher has been out since the second week. Like, I scored a bunch of points the first week, and then that has been it.
Dude, I scored like 600 the first week. That was crazy.
I know.
Nice.
That wasn't even fair. Like, I literally had like 400 points. I'm like, oh yeah, we got this in the bag. And Austin's just over here like,
Here, wait, let me pull
all of
that
his
up.
pitchers have like a
Watch
ridiculous
out!
amount
Watch
of
out!
points.
Watch out!
Well, I changed my team a lot,
I
and
don't
then
care enough.
I just settled down with the players that I have.
I have settled down with my entire team of people with broken wrists.
Same.
Okay, let's look. Yeah, it's first biggest scored 664. You had 376.
Yeah.
I settled down too. I had to make one trade because I couldn't get a guy with the initial that I wanted. But other
You
than
couldn't
that-
meme your team hard enough.
I tried to trade to
exactly.
Adam, and Adam messaged Zach, and Zach was like, "That's a bad trade." And that was the
Yeah,
end of the
Adam
trade.
keeps messaging. No, because you try to.
I tried to scum him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you tried to take Bryce Harper for like 2 crap players.
They weren't crap. They just weren't good.
Jeez.
I think Zach one time offered me Mike Trout for like everyone on his roster. So like just all of his crap,
I
like
feel
all
like
his
the
shitty
thing
players.
with that.
I was like, you're gonna the number 1 overall pick for.
I think the
nobody.
draft was kind of ridiculous though, in the sense that like you took Mike Trout and Zach took Chris Sale, and like I was like, those are my number 2 picks. Like, those are the people I was going to pick first and second. And, like,
well,
I don't know what I'm doing now.
Okay, to be fair, Mike Trout he's been my second best player.
I don't know why they let Austin and Zach go first in that draft. I feel like
I went first because I made it, and then Zach went first because he
knew nothing
second.
about baseball should have gone first. So they at least
they should assume that the people who join last know the least and let them go first.
I feel like for when we do the football one, I feel like I'll do better.
Are people actually trying to do that? Because
I am.
No.
I know more about football, like the pros in football, than I do about like baseball. Like I used to play baseball a lot, and like that's what I did, but I never really followed professional other than like the White Sox. And then like every once in a while I'd like watch ESPN, and like I'd hear people like Mike Trout, you know, and yeah, I know like he's the god.
Yeah,
he's the guy you want. But besides that, I pretty much only pay attention to like professional football when it comes to like actual like sports.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't really pay attention to anything.
Anything?
You pay attention to LCS?
What? Not really, honestly. Like, I'll follow it a little bit. Like, I have some channels where I watch like interviews and stuff, and like I'll hear about like the outcome of games, but I won't really ever watch them unless it's like a TSM versus Cloud9 game, or if it's like a final of some kind. And even then, sometimes I won't. Like, the only one I'll consistently watch is Worlds. And I'll stay up till, like, 2 in the morning to watch that. Because it's always in Korea.
Yeah.
Every time.
Like, Matt, Armand, and,
well,
like, Chris.
If Korea keeps winning, I think they're going to keep it there.
They're going to keep winning.
But, like, my friends that, like, are really in the league, like, they'll wake up at, like, 3 in the morning. Like, they'll go to bed at, like 7 o'clock at night.
Well, they do that anyways. No, they do
and
that. They do the rest of that.
Yeah, and they'll wake up at, like, 3 in the morning to, like, get up to, like, see a pro match.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm committed to like CS like professional, like watching like all of that stuff, but like I would never like wake up that early to watch a competitive game when you can literally just watch the rerun or just see the score later.
Yeah, exactly. I have a YouTube channel. I watch highlights of the games if I care about them at all. Like usually I'll try to keep up with it at the beginning of like the spring split. I'll watch their highlights where they take like one match and they'll shorten it down to like literally 3 minutes. They'll only show the clips where they get like a tower, a kill, a dragon, or they win the game, and that's it pretty much. And that's easy. But even that I like stop doing after a certain amount of time. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like the most interesting part about LCS to me is the draft. Like I like watching them pick and ban because it's interesting. Like just what's in right now and like what they're banning and why. Like last year they had like some weird stuff. Like, and this year they've been doing like Sona Taric bot lane. That's like the big thing this year. Sona Taric.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Like,
two mages.
Any sense? No, they're 2 supports. Just 2 supports bot lane. Just chilling. Doesn't make any sense.
I feel like a big deal with that is though is because tanks have gone out of the meta, and so you don't need an ADC to counter a tank.
Yeah, that's because the tanks were so in the meta that they nerfed every item. Now they can't do anything.
I mean, like I feel like there are still some like tanks that are like I don't think they get played that much in LCS, but in like lower ranks, like they're still like kind of abusive. Like when people play like Darius. Yeah, Darius. Yeah. Like that's rough.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to see
Although
that.
I don't know if I'd consider Darius a tank. I'd consider him like a brawler, where he's like, or a fighter. I don't remember what it's called. Health. Where he's like, but he also does a crazy amount of damage.
Yeah.
People like Maokai and Cho'Gath to an extent, or like Dr. Mundo, they don't really do that much damage. They just kind of sit there and take it.
Yeah, they just sit there and take it, and like,
that's what they should do.
And then somebody like
that's the whole point.
Yeah. Although I saw recently, like, Lux hadn't been played for, like, 3 years in a pro match, and Lux got played, and, like, I was so proud of that, because, like, I main Lux. Like, that's, like, all I do.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That was interesting to me.
I don't know why she doesn't get played very much. She's not that bad. I mean, I think it's just that there's better characters. Like, you can just play Ahri. And Ahri is just a better Lux.
Yeah, pretty much. Ahri is a harder to play Lux.
Yeah, but also a safer Lux, because her ultimate, you can just get out of anything. And, like, the charm is better than the root. Like, Lux's stun is garbage because they can still attack. and it doesn't really do much damage.
Yeah.
The only thing that's good about it is that you can hit multiple people, and that almost never happens.
I mean, I feel like Lux is good against killing like Nautilus and then an ADC.
Yeah.
Just for the fact
like
that,
if you play her support, she could be
like
good,
a fat
but,
support.
Like, mid lane, it wouldn't really work that well.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you'd be better off playing Vigar or Ahri.
Yeah,
which is what pros do. So,
I don't know about Vigar. I don't think they'd really play Ahri either. But I'm just saying, like, usually they're not gonna play Lux because there's just something better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't even know what's in right now. I think everyone just plays Silas. Which is so boring.
I don't even know who that is.
Silas steals people.
He's new. He can steal an ult from anyone in the game.
He's kind of a
how?
Like
that's what his ultimate
he just
is.
uses their ults as his ult.
Is it like what?
I think I don't know. I haven't played him, but I think it's like it's on a cooldown, like a regular ult, and like if you choose someone's ult, you can't use it for an extended amount of time, right?
Yeah.
So like if you've got a Cho'Gath on your team, you can steal his ult and then just chomp someone.
Or if they have like an Ezreal, you can like steal his ult and then
ult and
throw it across the whole map. Yeah.
It's cool. It's a good mechanic. I don't know. It's whatever. The point is, I can't follow it. It's too much. But I try to a little bit. But also, it doesn't really bother me. Yeah. Okay, well, I think we should wrap it up. It's been a good amount of time. Thanks for joining us, Sean.
No problem. Always welcome.
It was fun. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.